Yes, dear friends, thank you for waiting. Wonderful. Remember, throughout life, throughout the journey, spiritual, there is always the tough fight between the lower mind of Prakriti of Rajo Tamo Guna, pulling us into the worldliness, and the higher intellect of trying to understand the Shastra, the truth, and doing sadhana and reaching. It is a continuous, constant, eternal battle. In this battle, our not battling is enough for the losing. The only thing which we have to do to really become victorious in this battle is keep on fighting, not giving up at all. In that fighting only, we get empowered slowly, slowly, and all our weaknesses slowly go away. How long it will take, we don't know. So, in that tough fight, our Shastra Adhayanam, our own efforts, then the Anugraha of the Guru and Bhagavan, seeking through various upasanas, prayers, when it is done, then long time, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, slowly we start coming out of that oceanic, endless samsara of misunderstandings, misdoings, etc. So take up, never give up. That's it. Keep on doing and don't ask when will the success come. If the success is delayed, don't ask why and how long and all. They all weaken our personality and efforts. With every non success, be attentive. We have to inspire ourselves to put extra due efforts. Both effort of praying to the Lord, like so many bhaktas, in their helplessness, how deeply, how intensely, as a begging the Lord, they have asked the Lord for the help. Very intense. So to the other kind of people who have, become so vigorous in their effort whenever they encountered the failure. तो अपना मेहनत को भी पराकाष्ठा तक ले जाना और अपने प्रार्थना को भी अत्यंत उत्कृष्ट उच्च कोटि बनाना, ये हमारा लक्ष्य होना चाहिए, ना कि whenever we fail, we reduce our prayers, we reduce our efforts, then we go back to our non-sadhana life. ये नहीं होने देना. This thing we have to be alert about. And sometimes we succeed in doing some things of spirituality which we plan. Again, from that also, inspired, we only have to increase our efforts. So, whenever the subtle efforts of meditation are not possible, let us do the little lesser subtle efforts of the contemplation. Even the efforts of contemplation go away, it cannot be done. Then let us do the efforts of listening, studying. If they also are not able to be done by us, we should be in the prayers, upasanas. Even if prayer upasana not done, just to take the name of the Lord and say, Bhagwan, I am at your feet. In this way, our time, our mind, our energies, our efforts, fully when they are dedicated to Lord, they are called as Mamevaye Prapadyante. When that is done, slowly in time, His divine grace comes. Maya Metam Tarantite, we slowly get into the groove of spiritual understanding, sadhana, and even experiences. Until that time, it is vague, it is tough, it is challenging, not for you and me, for everyone. So let us that way inspire ourselves in this path by ourselves. Who else are there with us? Yes, Guru God are always there. Today also let us enjoy our Bhagavatam, 12th Skandha, Raja Parikshit, extending his gratitudes, the final words to Shukadevji and taking his permission, asking for merging into the reality. 10th Skandha, Raja Muchukunda, that sloka Chiramiha Purujinartha Taptaha. Then I have reached you. That sloka, Krishna Bhagavan's reply. Adhyatma Ramayanam, the Angada Adi southern sent Vanaras reaching to Swayam Prabha. All that story we see. In our chant, we will do today our Brahaspati Graha Ashtottara Shatanamavali. Let us start with full devotion and fervor. Just inhale, exhale, keep the book in front, open that page. Tell to yourself, this 1.5 to 2 hours, will fully focus on that. Ask all devatas, gurus to bless, and ask all the dushta grahas or anybody to keep us away. Don't disturb us with any internal and external disturbances or distractions. Request them and let us start. Om, Om, Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Sachidanandarupaya, Vishwotpathyadihetave, Tapatraya Vinashaya, Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Dharma Projhidakaitavotra Paramo Nirmatsaraణam Satam Vedyam Vastavamatra Vastu Shivadam Tapatrayonmoolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrute Kimva Parairishvaraha Sadyo Hrudyavarudyate Trakrutivihi Shushrushuvistakshanat Narayanan Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Yonta Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prasuptam Sanjeevayatya Kila Shakti Dharasvadhamna Anyanscha Hastacharana Shravanatvagadina Pranan Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृषिभ्यो अत्र्यादृषिभ्यो मत्स्यादवतारेभ्यो आदित्या नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नगरदेवताभ्यो नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः पराशक्ति मात्रे नमः माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः आद्य शंकराचार्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोद सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः हिंदव संस्कृतेः समस्त आचार संप्रदाय शास्त्र साधना योग समस्त पद्धति युक्त पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण विश्व एकता विश्व सामरस्यता विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति प्राप्त्यर्थम तत्कृत कंकणबद्ध समस्त साधकानां रक्षण पालन पोषण प्रेरणादि समस्त शक्ति प्रदानादि साधना संपदा प्रदानादि द्वारा विघ्न शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य द्वादश स्कन्धस्य दशम स्कन्धस्यापि पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ द्वादश स्कन्धः। ओम श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं द्वादश स्कन्धः। ओम आभासश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसेयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते। अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः। Let us chant 6th chapter from verse number 1 up to verse number 10. Om Suta Uvacha Etannishamya Munina Vedam Parikshit Vyasatmajena Nikhilatma Drusha Samena Tatpadamulamupasrutya Natena Murdhna Baddhanjalistamidamahasa Vishnurataha राजोवाच सिद्धोऽस्म्यनुगृहीतोऽस्मि भवता करुणात्मना श्रावितो यच्च मे साक्षात् अनादिनिधनो हरिः नात्यद्भुतम् अहं मन्ये महताम् अच्युतात्मनाम् अग्नेषु तापतप्तेषु भूतेषु यदनुग्रहः पुराणसंहिताम् एताम् अश्रौष्म भवतो वयम् यस्यां खलुत्तमश्लोकः भगवान् अनुवर्ण्यते भगवंस्तक्षकादिभ्यः मृत्युभ्यो न बिभेम्यहम् प्रविष्टो ब्रह्मनिर्वाणम् अभयं दर्शितं त्वया अनुजानीहि माम ब्रह्मन् वाचं यच्छाम्यधोक्षजे मुक्तकामाशयं चेतः प्रवेश्य विसृजाम्यसून् अज्ञानं च निरस्तं मे ज्ञानविज्ञाननिष्ठया भवता दर्शितं क्षेमं परं भगवतः पदम् सूत उवाच इत्युक्तस्तम् अनुज्ञाप्य भगवान् बादरायणिः जगाम भिक्षुभिः साकं नरदेवेन पूजितः परीक्षितविराजर्षिः आत्मन्यात्मानमात्मना समाधाय परं दद्यौ अस्पन्दासुरयथा तरुः प्राक्कूले बर्हिष्यासीनः गङ्गाकूले उदन्मुखः ब्रह्मभूतो महायोगी निस्सङ्गः छिन्नसंशयः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Yesterday we saw first 2-3 mantras of this particular beautiful chapter. So Shuka Uvacha is over by that last shloka of the last chapter. Sutaji is telling Shaunakadi Muni in the what do you call Naimisharanyam. Suta Uvacha. So etat nishamya parikshitu. Having thoroughly what do you say, heard, observed, learned everything. निशम्य मीन्स दैट पूरा सुनिश्चित दृष्टि से पूरा गौर से देखना जो कहते हैं और सब कुछ ग्रहण करना. सो एतत् निशम्य परीक्षित. व्हाट डिड ही डू द निशमनम ऑफ व्हाट कि मुनिना अभिहितम. व्हाट एवर इज taught by the muni. The word is beautiful one, abhi and hitam. Abhitaha means paritaha. Hitam is that which is the giver of the hitam. तो अभिहित मीन्स हर तरह से हित को ही देने वाला. सो व्हाट इज टॉट बाय शुकदेव जी इन द एंटायर भागवतम इज द हित टू द स्टूडेंट in all means and directions. So in every topic there is hita conveyed, and whatever hita required for every jiva, depending on whatever the station of life he is, all of those hita are given in this whole Bhagavata discourse. So for the bhaktas, sadhakas, the bhakti required, jnanam required, yogam required. Then let us say the values are required. Viveka, vairagya are required. Values are required. How to be careful while dealing in the world, the dharmadi, that also to be known. So these are all called as hitam to a sadhaka. All of them are given. So this is what abhihitam. And abhihitam from the Purana standpoint, again, all the avatars, all the bhaktas, 24 avatars, so many bhaktas. So when we go through all of them, we will be matching our life with one or the other of them at each period of our life. So from that particular episode, we can learn for our own coming out of the problems. So that is from the Shastra standpoint, the meaning of abhihitam. From our personal standpoint, from the Shastra standpoint, that is abhihitam munina. And thereafter, abhihitam also means not only for Raja Parikshit, but whoever is having faith and time for the Bhagavad Mahapurana, for all of them, the Bhagavad Purana gives hitam. And obviously, hitam is only in Bhagavad Prapti. So the entire Bhagavata Adhyana, Shastra Adhyana of all our Hindu Sanatana Dharma Shastras are only for giving us the Bhagavad Anubhuti, Bhagavad Prapti. That also is the meaning of hitam, abhihitam. So every problem solved, and so many stories are told. All types of hitam is done for everyone who is taking shelter at the feet of Bhagavata Katha. That is the meaning. So, and who is this Muni who gave this Bhagavatam? Vyasa Atmajena Nikila Atmadrusha Samena. To the Vyasa Putra. Vyasa is Vishnu Avatara. Vyasaji only gave that Bhagavatam to Shuka, knowing that later on he alone has to speak to the great Raja Parikshit. They are all known to those great saints. फ्यूचर में क्या होने वाला है ये तो त्रिकालग्न होते हैं, they know it. So Vyasa Atmaja, Vyasa Putra Shukadeva. Then Nikhila Atmadrusha. So the one who has got the drishti, the experience of the self of all as his own self. और सबका आत्मा रूपी ब्रह्म का दर्शन, हियर द मीनिंग इज अनुभूति, जिनको हुआ है. निखिला इज ऑल, खिला मीन्स लिमिटेड, निखिला मीन्स अनलिमिटेड, अखिला ऑल्सो मीन्स अनलिमिटेड, आत्मा मीन्स बीइंग्स, दृशा. सो सबका आत्मा का जो ब्रह्म कहते हैं उनका जिन्होंने दर्शन किया. देयरफॉर बिकॉज ऑफ दिस समेना. सो द शुकदेव जी सच टाइप ऑफ अवधूतास हैव नो माइंड एट ऑल. No vasanas at all, no ego at all, no desire at all, to differentiate the world into two parts and see the world with Vishama Drushti. So Samadrushti they are in. Samena. So Samadrushti. See what Samadrushti is? Nirdoshami Samam Brahma, as we said. So the Drushti is of Brahman only, permeating all. See, the big tide or small wave or ripple, samadrushti, because all of them have in their substratum the Brahman alone or the water alone. So too, whether it is Brahmadeva, whether it is Manushya, whether it is Pipilika, outside upadhis are different. But what is there within them in the upadhi is one without second Brahma. तो वो वाला दृष्टि से देखने वाले समेना. So Samena Nikhilatmadrusha Vyasatmajena Munina Avahitam Nishamya Raja Parikshita. Parikshit. What did he do? Tat Padamulam Upasrutya. See, that is required as in the beginning to learn the Jnanam from the Guru. In between to make us continue doing the sadhana. At the end of sadhana and obtaining siddhi as a gratitude, we have to do what Parikshit ji has done here. Tat padamulam upasrutya natena murdhana. So reached the feet of Shukadevji with the head bent fully. Sashtang dandavat pranam. Okay. So here it is should be tat padamulam murdhana. Okay. Natena. Then natena means bent. So natena murdhana tat padamulam upasrutya. So with the bent hand having touched his feet, then after getting up, then coming nearby upasrutya, then baddhanjalihi with the folded hands, tam to that Shukadevji, Maha. This is what he spoke. Saha, that Vishnu Rataha. Parikshit was Rataha, protected by Vishnu Bhagavan when he was to be killed in the womb only of the mother. All that story we saw yesterday. Raja Uvacha. Then what did he, after saluting and standing near with the folded hands, he spoke to Shukadevji are the beautiful words of gratitude. So great, so powerful. So every moment that gratitude wala attitude, if we can have, then even towards the people of the world, we get more things from them. Somebody loves us, extend gratitude, they are inspired to love us more. Somebody helps us, extend gratitude, they feel, yeah, this fellow is full of gratefulness, so he deserves my more help. In that way, the कृतघ्न तो लोग दूर होते हैं, हमको हेल्प नहीं करते. कृतज्ञ, people come closer and keep on helping us. So, and can there any be words with which Parikshit can give that gratitude to Shukadevji, who has given such a jnanam which is a giver of mukti. Think about it. Yet we have to do it from the mouth and from the heart, etc. Therefore, he says, Siddhosmi Anugruhitosmi Bhavata Karunatmana Shravito Yachame Sakshat Anadinidhano Harihi. That's what. Bhavata Karuna Atmana Siddha Asmi Anugruhita Asmi. Bhavata by you. Karunatmana, the one whose nature is Karuna. Ocean of compassion is the nature of you. By you, I am Anugruhita Asmi. I was blessed. Yesterday we spoke every word of this. So today I am not telling all, just we are seeing the main meaning. So because I am Anugruhita by you, the Karunatma, therefore I am Siddha Asmi. One thing we have to add to yesterday's thing. Yesterday also we spoke it, but more specifically today, कि अनुगृहीता means you have held me after I held you. है ना? मैंने आपको पकड़ा चरण में, फिर प्रश्न पूछा. That is my grahanam of you. You can deny and say कि I have no time, I am going. Some other rishi can speak. No, you didn't do that. All your ruleless rule of wandering everywhere, you kept aside, you stayed here, you held me 7 days. That's called anugraha. We hold on to Guru is grahanam. Guru holds on to us till we come across the ajnana and samsara samudra. That is called his anugraha. Now, the anugraha also is so complete of Shukadevji that he has not left anything to be taught to Parikshitji for moksha. But the beauty of this is what? All that given by the Guru, Parikshitji also received. What is the proof? He only said, no, ki siddha asmi. Siddhosmi means I have become successful. In what? In reaching to that for which you have taught me the entire Bhagavatam. That is total Sharanagati to the Narayana and also discovering one's own essential self, not theoretically but experientially. Therefore, Bhavata Karunatmana Anugurita Asmi Aham Ataha Siddha Api Asmi. So, all that is when we hold on to the Guru and prove that we are single pointedly devoted and surrendered to, he also holds us and does all that is required for us to become Siddha, successful in transcending the Maya Ajnana, thereby Samsara Bandhanam. There should be not even a little doubt. And whoever is studying Bhagavatam, they are holding Shukadevji and Krishna. In contrast or in reply, Krishna Bhagavan and Shukadevji also will bless them with the Siddhi of Sharanagata Bhakti. That is what the 12th Skandha, Ashraya Skandha. So to the Bhagavat Tattva Anubhava. So that is the first line. Bhavata Karunatmana Anugurita Asmi Siddha Api Asmi. And what is that Karunatma? You have done the anugraha of mine with Shravitaha Yachame Sakshat Anadhi Nidana Harihi. So, मैं श्रावितः, मुझे सुनाया आपने, मैं सुन लूं ऐसा आपने किया, मेरे से सुनवाया आपने. इज ए वेरी टिपिकल वे ऑफ सेइंग. मेरे को सुनने दिया, मेरे से सुनवाया. दिस इज नॉट ए जनरल वे ऑफ टॉकिंग. बट श्रावितः मीन्स दैट इज द मीनिंग. उसमें दो बातें आ गए. मेरे प्रश्न को आप उत्तर देते हुए सारे आंसर दिए. That is how one meaning of Shravita. Second, your teaching was so beautiful, so nectarine that I was spellbound. Many a times, Sri Parikshit ji says in between कि आपका इस कथा को सुनते हुए hunger, thirst, nothing is touching me. Therefore, oh Guru, you don't have doubt or hesitation. Please keep on teaching me. And how many times we saw? He says, this Kshuta and Trusha is not touching me. I'm not tired. I'm not afraid of anything. So this is the meaning of Guru giving his divine power to the Shishya temporarily for making the Shishya listen to what he teaches. And if Shishya encashes that ability, thoroughly listens and learns from it, he is liberated. In fact, to every Shishya, the Guru gives his power that way. But the tuned disciples alone receive it. And then they tune to the teachings of the Guru. And those teachings, if they totally learn, then they understand the thing to be understood. It's only a question and problem of non-understanding and understanding. At the stage of non-understanding of India, there are broad problems in samsara. When the understanding is done, where is the problem? Where is samsara? Moksha ho gaya. Okay, Shravitam Yacha. So you made me listen. And what is that you made me listen? Which is called your Anugraha, listening to which I became Siddha. Sakshat Anadhi Nidanaha Harihi. है ना, साक्षात अनादि निधन मीन्स ऐसे बोल रहे थे सुखदेव जी कि उनको साक्षात्कार हो रहा था कहने बोलने के समय, और ऐसे भाव अनुभव से कोई भी बोलते ना, श्रोता को भी वही अनुभव होता है. Like children sometimes when they fall, then they get hurt, and that dukkha they bring into their eyes and heart while telling it to the mother or someone. And the listeners, if they are not careful, they also cry only. That's called the meaning of sakshat. Sakshat is both. You spoke from your anubhuti, and that inspired me to come to that anubhuti. That is what Shravito Yakshame Sakshat. And about what he taught me, Bhagavan Anadinidano Harihi. So the Harihi सबको दुख हरण करने वाले, सृष्टि को स्थिति को भी हरण करने वाले भगवान आपसे मेरे को सुनाए गए. All that we summarized yesterday as bhakti. Then Anadhinidanaha, the one who is birthless, deathless. Therefore, who is in between changeless, decayless, diseaseless. Therefore, he is Ajanma, Avikari, then Ajaraha, then Avaranaha. And who is all that? As we are studying our morning class, Taittiriya Upanishad, that unborn, undying, the self is the Parabrahma only. Therefore, by saying uh, by saying Anadinidanaha, he is hinting about the Tattva Jnana, the Brahma Jnana. ज्ञान अबाउट दैट सद वस्तु, तत्व वस्तु, ब्रह्म वस्तु, आपने वो भी मेरे को साक्षात होने तक सुनाया. सो टू द भक्ति आल्सो साक्षात होने तक आपने सुनाया. दिस इज व्हाट इज योर अनुग्रह. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट आई एम सिद्धा अस्मि. इन मेनी प्लेसेस इन सिद्धा दे ऐड द वर्ड धन्य. Shankara Bhagavan writes this only in Vyaksham. Dhanyosmi anigruhitosmi. Like that he writes many places. Dhanyosi kruta krutyosi pavitam te kulam tvaya yadavidya bandha muktya brahmi bhavitum icchati. When the Shishya asks for Jnanam, Guru says, you and your kula all have become Dhanya Pavitra because what you are asking is the ultimate. So, and what I am asking you, the listeners present now, are open the book, see the every mantra, and what I am explaining, just feel, try to feel the meaning of each word and total shloka. Siddhosmi anugruhitosmi bhavata karunatmana shravito yachame sakshat anadhi nidano hari. And we all also totally siddhi nahi mili hogi, lekin definitely we were all anugrahita, that anadhi nidanaha and harihi Bhagavan is being spoken to us from last 1054 days every day. As I told you in the introduction, the Kali Prabhava Shakti, with all its Maya, so powerful that still it doesn't allow us to become victorious over it, to establish in the deep sadhana and experience Bhagavan both in the Niruna Nirakara Brahma Rupa as well as Saguna Sakara Narayana Rupa. Then we have to keep on struggling. होएगा वो जरूर एक दिन तो होएगा. So this is what first mantra said by Raja Parikshit. Now the second one, he says, wonderful next one. कि नात्यद्भुतम् अहं मन्ये महताम् अच्युतात्मनाम् अग्नेषु तापतप्तेषु bhuteshu yadanugraha. So in these words of Parikshit, we see a suggestion as if given to all the jnanis, bhaktas who have fulfilled their life with jnana and bhakti. उनको एक थोड़ा हिंट दिया जा रहा है, though he is addressing Shukadev ji. And as we yesterday explained, when the gratitude is overwhelming or the help received from the other person cannot be reciprocated by any gratitude, the way of extending therefore the gratitude is to say that it is natural to you. That itself is a great, great certificate. Therefore, he says here, कि कि न अति अद्भुतम अहम मन्ये. I don't consider it as a great wonder. Mahatam Achyutatmanam, for the great Mahatmas who have made their Atma one with Achyuta. What is not great for them? What is not a wonder for such great people? Ki Agneshu, those are in ignorance. Therefore, Tapatapteshu. Tapa, we have to add the Samsara Tapa. Samsara Tapa is because of avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, pancha kleshas according to yoga, or avidya, kama, karma according to Vedanta. So, avidya, kama, karma, rupi, samsara tapa mein, whoever is tapteshu, getting scorched up, heated up, becoming relentlessly miserable, restless, dukhi, ashanta. That's called as samsara tapatapsheshu agneshu bhuteshu yat ki anugraha. Ki doing your anugraha on those people, it is not a wonder to you because you can't be otherwise. Is it not a Mahatma of highest stature and Bhagavan? Why are you blessing if you ask them? They say you are right, even we don't want to bless at all. But what to do? We are helpless. That we can't be without blessing. हम नहीं करना चाहते, फिर भी क्या है ना, हम उसके अलावा और कुछ कर नहीं सकते. Their hearts become so, because that's how when their gurus have blessed them, that they got this enlightenment. That gratitude towards the guru को तो लोग दे नहीं सकते. Therefore what do? Guru says also, अरे तू क्या दे सकता है मेरे को, मैंने जो दिया उसके लिए एक काम कर, तेरे पास जो भी आता है ना उसको एक ज्ञान दे दे. Therefore they also are so kind, compassionate as their gurus for them, to their own disciples or anybody. Okay, so here two or three things what we have to understand are कि Ishvara works through them, then their heart also gets overwhelmed seeing the dukkha of the people, and they want to bring them out of that dukkha, and not somehow, because somehow is known, they are not in a status of doubt to say somehow. Somehow, no, everyhow. And what is the only way? The jnanis know that through bhakti and jnana alone, somebody's tapa and dukkha can be zerofied or minimized or removed. Therefore, a jnani, by giving us the directions for bhakti, by giving us tattva jnana alone, helps us in trying to remove our entire samsara tapa. By giving any other upaya of the upasana by which some dhana daulat is achieved, then he is not such a great saint who is permanently liberating that bhakta or that jiva or that samsara. Be careful about it. Is it not? Because anything other than Paramatma achieved will not give us mukti from samsara. Second point. Third is very important. Ki agneshu tavatapteshu anugraha. So those who are ignorant, who are suffering in samsara tapa, on them the anugraha by these people who have become achyutatma, though it is relentless and natural and continuous, again it is also in the responsibility of the bhaktas or the jignasus or sadhakas or those dukhe samsari to surrender with faith. है ना? If this bhakta and you and me, let us say, don't have the bhakti yukta sharanagati, that shraddha yukta sharanagati, then we only don't receive what gurus are guiding. Then it becomes futile. So the Guru's guidance, if it is failing, it is not because Guru or not because the Guru's guidance. It is we who have, along with Ajnana, by doing all nonsense to suffer in samsara, we also have so much arrogance and other sufficient amount of non-positive stupid qualities because of which we are not having bhakti, sharanagati, vidheyata, etc. to the Guru. Is it not? How many ever good words mother and father tell? If the child doesn't have the bhakti shraddha to the mother, father, and their words, will those words help that fellow? Now, who is at fault? Are the parents at fault? Are their words of advice at fault? No, it is that fellow. Therefore, for our life, very intricate, crucial point we got today. It is we who deny the continuous flow of Bhagavat and Guru Krupa with our own ego and disobedience, etc. Ashraddha ityadi. It is again we only make the Gurus and God's blessings effective and functional in removing our Ajnanatapa, Samsaratapa ityadi by ourselves relentlessly, unconditionally surrendering, expressing that surrender in the form of avoidance in all the teachings, sadhanas which they are telling us. देखो जो करेगा ऐसा उसको मिलेगा, फिर वो संसार ताप से बचेगा। अब जो नहीं करेगा उसको तत्व नहीं मिलेगा, फिर संसार ताप में ही वो तपता ही रहेगा। श्री नात्यद्भुतम अहम मन्ये भवताम अच्युतात्म महताम अच्युतात्मनाम अग्नेषु तापतप्तेषु भूतेषु यदनुग्रह. Gurudev and all, when they saw people suffering with ignorance, also such a great grand Sanatana Dharma is being not allowed to express in its full glow from last 1000, 2000 years, even from the Buddha's time onwards. Shankar Bhagavan also came for that. So many saints who have not got registered in the memories or histories, they have done their bit in the last 100 years. May it's not only Vivekanandas or Gurudevs and Vivekanandas have done the work. Thousands have done in their own way or quantity. Everybody's name may not get entered into the history, but both karte karte aaye. And why did they do? Only one thing, karuna. Gurudev Jaisi people, karuna towards the suffering samsarins one side, other side again sympathy that our great grand glorious Sanatana Dharma and Shastras and Mukti Marga and Sadhanas and all nobilities, virtues, they are not being shared with the people. Only in some ashramas they were just lying. That also the Guru Shishya once in 10 days they sit and do 1 hour class. He said, I'll do it. Throughout his 42.5 years of time, no day without talking on Shastras. The effect of that only we see today. Some spirituality spread. The true spirituality I am talking, not Nautankiwala spirituality. The difference between Nautankiwala true spirituality is true spirituality that in which Paramatma alone is mentioned as goal. Any other spirituality where Bhajagovindam is not mentioned, all that is Nautankiwala Dukrum Karane, that is doesn't rakshati. So that is very little. अदर स्पिरिचुअलिटीज आर देयर, सब अपने ही शास्त्रों में लिखा गया है, बट वो धर्मार्थ काम के बारे में ज्यादा बोलते हैं. व्हाट गुरुदेव taught is मोक्ष विद्या. So it is natural for them. So our responsibility also to tune ourselves and receive. And while doing so, again we have to combat and continuously fight with our own lower nature and prakriti. We have to conquer it. That is why Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhamadi, Shatka Sampada, Vairaksha, Mumukshutvam, and bringing the patience, and bringing, all types of energy gatherings by conserving them from unnecessary indulgences. ये सब हमको करना पड़ेगा. That is why every day almost we talk in 1 hour in the class, unless we take up the life of ours into our hands and try our best in rectifying, in adding what's required, in eliminating what's to be removed, the Krupa of Bhagavan will not fully be effective on us. तो करना पड़ेगा हमको. Everything, starting from भोजन. भोजन के पद्धति बदलो. Quantity, quality of food. Then number of hours of the sleep. Then the thoughts that are entertained. Then the people with whom we are in company. And the topics we talk with them. All of them are the ones which are obstructing our spiritual sadhana. So every one of them we have to uh, demolish and remake whatever is conducive. Okay? What we saw in Sharanagati explanation, the six thoughts. In those, the first two, if you remember, Anukulasya Sankalpaha Pratikulasya Varjanam. Whatever is Anukula, convenient to our spiritual sadhana, of that only we have to do Sankalpa. And do that Sankalpa practiced. Like this Sankalpa you have taken. Okay? At any cost, we will attend our classes, morning, evening. This is called the Sankalpa, which is in Anukula with, with regard to our spiritual learnings and sadhana. Because you did that Sankalpa strongly, you are able to be regular. Those who cannot do Anukulaka Sankalpa, then how can they do those things which are in conduciveness with the scriptural spiritual knowledge, reception from the Guru's teachings? Like for me too, I must take class, I must take class. If that Anukulya Sankalpa is not strong, how can we do the classes relentlessly? Any day we can stop with any excuse. The best excuse is what Shastra itself says. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha na medaya na bahuna shrutena. Is it not? Shastra itself said. But then God's grace, that another Shastra said exactly opposite of this. That is inspiring us. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pravachanabhyam swadhyaya pravachanecha swadhyaya pravachanecha swadhyaya pravachanecha. In that first thing, Nayamatma pravachanena labhya means mere pravachanena. While doing pravachana, the third sentence, Yameva Yesha Vrunute Tena Labhya said, no, that pravachana should make us understand the glory of Brahma Tattva, and then that should inspire us to seek only Brahma Tattva, nothing else. And then that seeking of Brahma Tattva and the pravachana which led to that, that becomes cause of our jnanam and moksha. जब प्रवचन दे रहे सुन रहे लेकिन परमात्मा को पाने की इच्छा नहीं बलम दृढ़ हो रहा है, then this such pravachana is not the one which helps us in getting the God, आत्मा. So केवल प्रवचन से आत्मा नहीं मिलते, आत्मा को पाना है ऐसे तपन तड़प से साधना किया जाएगा फिर आत्मा मिलता है. That is the meaning of there. Otherwise, उपनिषद में कहा प्रवचन से आत्मा नहीं मिलते. अरे उपनिषद ही है एक चीज जो आत्मा को दिखाने वाला. If you stop studying Upanishad, then you get lost only. What is the meaning of Nayamatma Pravachanabhya? Means Kevala Pravachanena. But that Pravachana, when empowers, when makes us know the glory of Atma Tattva, and when we desire it exclusively, then that Pravachana is useful. So we are doing that type of Pravachana where our minds slowly are tuning to the Prapti only of Paramatma Tattva. मॉर्निंग इवनिंग क्लासेस में हम आत्मवस्तु प्राप्ति के इच्छाओं को ही प्रबल दृढ़ कर रहे हैं बाय नोइंग इट्स ग्लोरी एंड बाय नोइंग द प्रॉब्लम्स इन द ऑपोजिट वर्ल्ड ऑफ देहादि तादात्म्य. नायमात्मा प्रवचनेन लभ्य बट स्वाध्याय प्रवचन. सो द पॉइंट इज व्हाट? आवर ओन दृढ़ाति दृढ़ संकल्पः. So I am talking on the word Anukulasya Sankalpa, which is we have to do from our side. Then only the Kripa of the Gurus in giving us Jnanam through that Moksham becomes functional. Then what is the second thing said in that Sharanagati? 6 points. Pratikulasya Varjanam. Anything which is Pratikula, to develop devotion in our heart or attending the classes, etc. उसका हमें वर्जनम करना है. That प्रतिकूलता can come from our own mind. क्या सुनना है, क्लास बोरिंग है. The प्रातिकूला can come from the people who say यार सुन सुन के थक नहीं जाते होता, स्वामी को तो काम धंधा नहीं है, वो बोल रहे तुम छोड़ो. That is called pratikulasya. Third pratikula is what? The world of enjoyments. So tempting. So that makes us pull towards it. Is it not? Let us say a good movie, good cricket match, IPL going on, final matches, something. And if you like that, then you'll not come to class. Because that is what attracted. There were all sorts of those things which take us away from the path called as pratikula. Uska हमें definitely varjanam karna hai. That is our efforts. So this all is explanation to what ki Parikshit ji says ki for people like you, showing the anugraha is not at all adbhuta, in which you are agneshu tapatapteshu giving anugraha. So it is from their side. But why we are not receiving their guidance and blessings is we also are not recognizing our responsibility. We also have a response. The responsibility is this one from our side. प्रतिकूल का वर्जन करके अनुकूल का संकल्प करते हुए हम जहाँ गुरु की कृपा हो रही है वहाँ जिस तरह से हो रहा है उस तरह से जिस तरह जब तक हो रहा है तब तक सुनते जाएं, रिसीव करते जाएं. देयर इज a chance for us to be blessed by them. Is it not? Surya Bhagavan is there in the eastern horizon morning. So first you have to get up from the bed, then wash your face and all, then open the window, door, then put your steps outside, then the basking in the grace of the Lord Surya. If you are in the bed, closing all the windows, throughout the day, Bhagavan Surya is going on giving his grace. He is giving from the eastern side. He is so kind and compassionate. So these fellows may be in another side, चलो let me give him from the other side. करके उधर से भी देते हैं, ऊपर से देते हैं, फिर चलते जाते इस तरफ से भी ना वेस्ट से भी वो देते हैं. Let me see if they receive. And when he is rising from the eastern side, we are sleeping at the west too. And when he has come to west to bless us, we have already slept in the east. Then blame सूर्य भगवान कि आपने एक किरण भी मेरे पास नहीं भेजा. यार किरण भेजने के अलावा मैं और क्या कर सकता हूँ. तुमने दरवाजे बंद की, खिड़कियां बंद की, बिस्तरा में लेट गए, अब मेरे को दोषी मत खड़ा करो. Is it not? See how insensitive are our mind, intellect. Intellect insensitive, therefore the glory of teachings, the glory of the kripa of the teacher, we are not able to understand. And insensitive at the mind level also. अरे फील ही नहीं कर रहे, अरे आपके लिए इतना मेहनत कर रहे हो, तुम भी अपने तरफ से कुछ करो अपने कल्याण के लिए. See at what level of immaturity and insensitiveness we live life. We have to recognize it. That's called a thick skinned buffalo की तरह जीते हम. थिक स्किन बफेलो थिक होता है, इनसेंसिटिव. उसको मारो, बरखा उसके ऊपर हो जाए, गर्मियां लगे, मच्छर काटे, इनसेंसिटिव. जाने दो जो होगा. Let us pray to Lord right now. May we become sensitive for His grace, sensible to make best use of that grace to reach Him. So, natyadbhutamaham manye mahatam mahataam achyutatmanam agneshu tapatapteshu bhuteshu yadanugraha agneshu tapatapteshu bhuteshu anugraha. And then they don't have any choice or biasness कि इसको ब्लेस करेंगे उसको नहीं करेंगे. Like Surya Bhagwan, he never says कि these people I bless not the other. ऐसा नहीं होता. They are unbiased. For everyone they do it. Clear? That's another good quality. Like Lord Krishna gave Gita. Is it that Gita is only for Hindus? Hindus study, they also don't study. खाते पीते सोते रहते. Anybody in even other religion, they want to use that knowledge for their liberation, they can use it. रामायण, महाभारत, भागवत, उपनिषद सब केवल हिंदू के लिए है क्या? नहीं, एनी मनुष्य who wants to evolve to bhakti jnana, anybody can use it, unbiased. Now, another important word used by Parikshit ji here is what? Achyutatmanam. Mahatam Achyutat. The great, great Mahatmas who made the Achyuta as their Atma. Therefore, Achyuta also made them his Atma. Achyuta will not come again and again. Only Avatara Kala he comes. Then, how to bless the people then? Achyuta makes use of these people who have made their Atma as Bhagwan. देखो क्या मजेदार बात है कि नहीं? They have given their Atma to Achyuta. By that, they have made Achyuta, made it convenient for the Achyuta to bless the Praja through them. That's the Achyutat. Achyutatma means अच्युत भगवान का ही कृपा इन लोगों के द्वारा is agneshu tapatapteshu, on those people that kripa is being showered. So this reveals another secret to us. What is that? The more we are devotee of the Lord, the more oneness with the Lord we feel. The more oneness with the Lord we feel, as much Lord is, kind and compassionate toward the people who are suffering because of their own ignorance. So much will be the kindness and compassion, karuna of those people, and then they do the service to the world. That is why bhakti and seva, karuna and seva, they go together. If somebody is bhakta, he is tuned to God. As the God has karuna for the praja, he will also have, and that karuna he expresses to serve the people in whatever the way the Lord uses them. Is it not? So, Achyutatmanam Mahatmanam na ati adbhutam aham manye कि अग्नेषु तापतप्तेषु अनुग्रहः. क्लियर? अग्नेषु तापतप्तेषु भूतेषु यद अनुग्रहः. This is natural to you. There is no effort. Achyuta only expresses through them because they don't have any individuality, because they have become Achyuta Atma. They have become a complete free counter for the Lord to express. They don't encounter God's grace through them. We all do the encountering of Bhagavan's expression through us because of our own ego, selfishness, and our own personal projects. These great saints don't have their own personal projects. It is Ishvara, they give themselves to. Ishvara only expresses through them. And Ishvara expresses himself out of Karuna. Only that by which the Tapatapta Agnya are saved from that. And here another hint is given. Every Tapa is out of Ajnana only. Therefore, that Tapa removal, Tapa means Dukkha, misery. That Tapa, Dukkha, Santa, misery, therefore, which is born out of ignorance, can go away only when the Jnana knowledge is gained. So these slokas look to be simple, the meaning. कि आप जैसे महात्माओं को जो अपने को परमात्मा से ऐक्य किया है, ऐसे जो अज्ञान से ताप में दुखी में है, उनका करुणा या दया करना आपके लिए स्वाभाविक है, कोई अद्भुत नहीं है. The sentence looks to be simple if you just be an outer onlooker. But if you want to ponder over every sentence, you can see so many details. And in that, we also learn that we should also have karuna, compassion to others. We should learn more important thing is when the gurus are showing their karuna on us, we should become fit enough to receive that karuna. Last 20 minutes we were talking about that only. Anukulasya sankalpaha pratikulasya varjanam. Through this, when we tune with full faith to the Guru, their project of showering their karuna on us to remove all our tapa by removing our jnana, by giving us jnana, that becomes successful. That is called the earlier shloka. Anugrahitosmi. Then anadinidano harihi shravitaha. दोनों श्लोक मिलकर हमको पढ़ना चाहिए. So these are the two beautiful shlokas. Now in the third one, Parikshit ji says कि पुराण संहिताम एताम अश्रौष्म भवतो वयम यस्याम खलु उत्तम श्लोकः Bhagavan anuvarnyate. So, Purana Samhitam Etam. देखो, again the word is called Samhitam, which was said in the uh, uh, Siddhyosmi Anugrahitosmi Bhavata Karunatmana Abhihitam. Sorry, the first line. Etat Nishamya Munina Abhihitam. That hitam word comes here again. Purana Samhitam Etam. Samhita means collection. Collection of all the avatara leelas of God. And in each of the avatara, if not all, important things. That Samhita collected at one place. And Purana means what? पुराने भगवान के बारे में पुराने जमाने से जितने भी पुराण हो फिर भी नव नया नया ही रहने के कारण इसको पुराण कहते हैं. Why the Purana is called Purana? Because in any medicine, they say manufacturing date so and so. Then they say the expiry date so and so. Expiry date का यूज करो तो expire हो जाता है. Puranas are not having any expiry date. You understand? Any seeker in any period of history or time can study those Purana and get blessed by that. That is why Pura api Nava. It is anciently it is coming on, and as much it was effective on that day one, still it is effective till today. Second thing is what? So much it is that whoever have used it, all have got the success. Third one is what? It is as it is effective, perfect, it need not be improved upon. He has to use it. Like as the bacteria, virus, through mutation, they change their way of infecting. So too the researchers of the medical department have to bring out newer both vaccines as well as the treatments. Variety of treatments depending on the place of attack of the bacteria fungus. They give subcutaneous, they give orals, they give inhalers, they give neuro injections. वो अंदर वाले IV कहते हैं. So different they bring because it's mutating the virus. But in case of Jiva, there's no mutation. Everybody is suffering because same karana of the bevakufi, ajnana. Therefore, the medicine is jnanam. Purana will not be, need not be improved upon. Each guru will tell different way, means different examples he takes, different languages he uses, depending on the time, but then the subject matter remains the same. You know, like the salts remaining same, each medical company puts its own brand name. इसलिए एक ही बीमारी के एक ही दवाई 10 जगह मिलता है, 10 प्रोडक्शंस, 10 मैन्युफैक्चरर्स. सेम लाइक इन एनीथिंग, एक ही पालक पनीर सब्जी 1000 होटल में मिलता है. व्हाई शुड एक ही फेलो शुड मेक इट? In the same way, every language wala guru with his different other shastra jnanam also will explain the Bhagavata in his style. But Bhagavata is not edited, nor its effectiveness is reduced. It is eternally blessing everyone who seeks guidance from it. And the beauty of it is what? It is only in the negligence and ignorance and arrogance of the people that when they don't use Bhagavata Jnanam, that they are not helped. If that mistake is overtaken, one is serious and sincere, every one of them are blessed by Bhagavatam. That is called the meaning of Samhita. Sam means Samyak. Hita means well-being. So well-being, Samyak way happens how? Only when we discover Paramatma, transcend the Jiva and Dehadi Tadatmya. They are the cause of dukkha, no? They are uprooted by this Bhagavatadi. There was Samhita. For whom? Everyone who has approached it. From the time of beginning, not only Parikshita, so many, you and I also are in that category. To the study of Bhagavata, from various stories, so much of Jnanam, Prema, Bhakti, and variety of sadhanas we have learned. Every shloka we may not remember, but some essences definitely are there. If nothing is remembered, never mind, once more we will study. So that time it will be enter. See, the thick intellect of ours may need 10 repetitions. Like that, depending on the disease, the courses are doubled or tripled. और एक बार लगाओ, in the same way. But effectiveness is always there. So, Purana Samhitam Etam. So, Etam, this Purana Samhitam, this Purana Mahagrantha, speciality of Bhagavatam is all 24 avatars of Bhagavan are explained. Like your other Vishnu Puranas also, Matsya Purana, Vara Purana, विष्णु पुराण, उसमें एक एक ही बताया गया, शायद या दो तीन, तो इसमें से सारे बताए. Therefore, the Maha speciality of this Purana, Bhagavad Mahapurana, and it has got 10 topics. Other things have only 5 topics. That's why they are called Purana, and this has 10, therefore it's called as Mahapurana. These things we have already discussed many times. So, Purana Samhitam Etam, this Purana Samhitam, Ashroshma, we have heard Bhavataha from your Mukharavinda, Vayam we. Why means not only he was there, so many other also are there. And using that Vayam is avoiding the ego. मैंने सुना नहीं, हमने सुना. तो बहुत सारे भी लोग थे ऋषि मुनि, many, every, you saw, no, when Parikshit took up that Prayopavesha to see him, उस समय के जितने ऋषि मुनि थे, everybody came. The list of the Rishi Muni is gone into 3-4 shlokas. Many Sapta Rishis names have come there. उस समय के सारे ऋषि आए. Even Vyasa Bhagavan also seated there. It is written. If you read in the first Skandha, you will see Vyasa Ayavema. So we all have heard that way. Shukadevji को परीक्षित कह रहे कि भवतः अश्वश्म पुराण संहिता. So exhaustively we have heard from you Purana Samhita, this one Bhagavatam. So for all questions he has answered, and all the knowledge Sri Shukadevji has given, and he gave all the treatment which is required for every Bhavarogi to come out of that. That is why it's called as Samhita. So Purana Samhitam Etam Ashraushma Bhavatah Vayam. So we could listen. So in that again, the kind, beautiful gratitude is expressed. In brackets, so many things we have to add. Parikshit could have made the stuti of maybe 10, 20, 30 chapters also. His gratitude to Shukadeva, but he has no time. Takshaka is almost approaching. That's why you see, once his stuti is over, Guru leaves, then that snake comes and bites. टाइम ही नहीं है, इसलिए पूरा उन्होंने नहीं बताया, कुछ बताया, उनमें ही हमको उनका सारे कृतज्ञता को ही भी हमें फील करना है. So here is one instance where he says, this great, grand, glorious Purana Samhita we have heard from you. Means what? If not you, who could have taught us in this exhaustive details, day in and day out, without rest, with all the guidances. That is the meaning of Bhavataha Vayam Ashraushma Purana Samhitam Etam. Okay. Then what did you learn, sir? In one line you tell, like the teacher if he asks, beta, एक सेंटेंस में बताओ तुमने क्या सीखा सत्य हरिश्चंद्र की कहानी से. सो द बुद्धू गोंचू सेज कि सत्य बोलो तो इतने प्रॉब्लम्स होते. So we should be able to explain in so many details also. We should be able to say precisely. That's the way to the students in their exams. Vyasa Rupena give the answer करके some questions are there. एक वाक्य का आंसर दे दो, वो भी होते हैं. So here Sri Parikshit Ji is saying in one Vakya what is there contained in the entire Purana, taught by Sri Shukadevji to him. What it is? Yasyam, in which in this Purana Samhita, Khalu is indeed Uttama Shloka Bhagavan Anuvarnyate. The Lord who is Uttama Shloka, worthy of worship, Anu Nirantaram, हर श्लोक में हर पद में वर्ण्यते. He is the one who is being described, explained. His mahima is being told. His kripa, his karuna, his ananta shakti, everything are taught. So that you and I who are in the nastika sthiti, from there, not only we become astika and believing him, we also come to the level that without him, neither janma marana, nor bandha, nor moksha happens. With this attitude from the nastika to the level of utter and total surrender, Sharanagati, we reach to. That is the meaning of Anuvarnyate. So, few more thoughts are there to explain of this thing, We will see them when we meet tomorrow. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. After this one, चार हो गए, 5 6 7 और भी 1 2 3, हाँ, 1 2 3 are done. 3 more slokas of his stuti, and taking permission. When we see them tomorrow, then Shukadevji will leave. Parikshitji also merges in Brahman. Then that snake comes and bites his body, from where Shukadevji is already, sorry, Parikshitji is already left. Then the Janamejaya Sarpayaga, this is how the story continues. Let us enjoy one more day this stuti of Parikshitji of Lord Shukadeva tomorrow also. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Shri Suta Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Shri Narada Sharanam Mama. Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama. Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama. Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Sharanam Mama. Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुंठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चत कर्हिचितो. ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः अथ एकपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुक उवाच. श्री मुचुकुंद उवाच. राजा मुचुकुंद उवाच. चैंट फ्रॉम 55. मन्ये ममानुग्रह ईशते कृतः राज्यानुबन्धापगमो यदृच्छया यः प्रार्थ्यते साधुविरेकचर्यया वनं विवीक्षद्भिरखण्डभूमिपैः न कामयेन्यं तव पादसेवनात् अकिञ्चन प्रार्थ्यतमात् वरं विभो आराध्य कस्त्वां हि अपवर्गदं हरे वृणीत आर्यो वरम् आत्मबन्धनं तस्मात् विसृज्याशिष ईश सर्वतः रजस्तमः सत्त्व गुण अनुबन्धनाः निरञ्जनं निर्गुणम् अद्वयं परं त्वां ज्ञप्तिमात्रं पुरुषं व्रजाम्यहं चिरमिह वृजिनार्थः तप्यमानोऽनुतापैः अवितृषषडमित्रो अलब्ध शान्तिः कथञ्चितो शरणद समुपेतः त्वत्पदाब्जं परात्मन् अभयं ऋतम् अशोकं पाहि मापन्नमीश. श्रीभगवानुवाच. सार्वभौम महाराज मतिस्ते विमलोर्जिता वरैः प्रलोभितस्यापि न कामैर्विहता यतः प्रलोभितो वरैर्यत्वम् अप्रमादाय विद्धिततु न धीर्मय्येकभक्तानाम् आशीर्भिर्भिद्यते क्वचितो युञ्जानानाम् अभक्तानां प्राणायामादिभिर्मनः अक्षीणवासनं राजन् दृश्यते पुनरुत्थितं विचरस्व महीं कामं मय्यावेशितमानसः अस्तु एव नित्यदा तुभ्यं भक्तिर्मय्यनपायिनी क्षात्रधर्मस्थितो जन्तून् न्यवधीर्मृगयादिभिः समाहितस्तत्तपसा जह्यगं मधुपाश्रितः जन्मन्यनन्तरे राजन् सर्वभूतसुहृत्तमः भूत्वा द्विजवरस्त्वं वै मामुपैष्यसि केवलम्. ओम इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां एकादश दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे मुचुकुन्दस्तुतिर्नाम एकपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Hmm. 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 Even this chapter where Muchukunda is doing Stuti of Narayana is so tasty, touching. You don't feel like just browsing through and jumping over it or going across it. That's how we are spending time, allowing that to sink into us. So, if you really see, the first mantra is Rajya Anubandha Apagamaha, is nothing but your blessings. Second mantra is other than Tavapada Sevanam, I don't seek anything. The humorous or very simple, common sense in that is what? Ki having worshipped the God who is the giver of moksha, if you ask from him as a vara when he is ready to give that thing which causes bandhanam, then how can we can claim that we are wise? This is what is a very lightly said serious thing, seriously said important thing. Now this has to click to us. As long as it doesn't click, we are immature. Whether, see, our maturity, immaturity generally, we think depends on the type of education we got, the qualifications we have, or the big jobs we do, or the bank balance we have, or the name and fame we got in the society. In that way, we consider ourselves to be something special, unique. But they are not the parameters when we come to the Shastras to measure somebody's maturity. Only one thing is there. What are you seeking? If you are seeking the eternal, immutable, changeless, birthless, permanent Paramatma, with all your otherwise immaturities that you have not studied, educated, not having big job, no money, etc., yet you are highly matured. In contrast, in the world great achieved, but goal is not Paramatma, then you are Balaha. Na samparaya pratibhati balam. है ना, हंसी मजाक में कहा जाए तो भगवान को प्रार्थना करके बंधन ही मांग रहे हम उनसे, फिर से मृत्यु को देने वाला ही मांग रहे. हाउ कैन आई आस्क द वरम विच इज आत्मबंधनम? है कि नहीं? वरम आत्मबंधनम कहा आर्य वृणीत. इन और प्योर हिंदी लैंग्वेज, कौन अकलमंद होगा जो भगवान से आत्मबंधन का वर मांगेगा? है ना, कोई मांगेगा. देयरफॉर इन हिंदी इज नॉट अकलमंद, देन हु इज ही? परम मूर्ख है, उर्दू में बेवकूफ. You understand how clear it is? He is. You know, many a times we suffer in life not because of not having big knowledges. We suffer in life because of not having simple common senses. Small common senses. Not having them gives us big miseries, big sufferings. You know, nowadays you watch through YouTube's, there are very many youngsters and all, they have discovered hundreds of techniques which make the difficult tasks to happen very simply. And the title they give is not knowing from so many years. We made small things such a big headache. Now you follow this, it is 1 minute, it is done. There's a method कि क्या कहते हैं, 20 सेकंड में 10 सुइयों में धागा लगाना. अदरवाइज सुई में धागा लगाने के लिए हमारा जन्म चला जाता है पूरा. You know that, but that fellow discovered something. Simple common sense it is. Like that, hundreds and thousands of things are there in life which make the life simpler with small little common senses. Some of them are humorous only. One of the Indian jugaad wala, देखो मजा आता है. They have only one cooler, but the 2 bedrooms are there. Then what to do? They made a pan in front of the cooler. One leg of the fan is this side, other leg is that side. Both are getting hawa. And what is wrong in that? If they can't afford the two cooler, कुछ तो मिल रहा है ना. If you put only to one pillow, another won't get the air. It looks to be simple, silly, but then it is working. How many things are there in the world by simple, simple things? Especially the quarrels between people. Just to go, I'm sorry, this is what I did wrong, Kshama. He says, I never meant it, never meant, you only never came to me. Chalo, drop. Ho gaya. So here also, it is simple looking thing, but it is a greatest helper. When you pray to God, ask for Him the Atma Moksham, not for Atma Bandhana. Then the moksha comes when we have bhakti and jnana. Therefore, भगवान से क्या मांगना है? भक्ति और ज्ञान ही मांगना है ना. उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्म के बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत दर्शन अनुग्रह भक्ति आदि प्राप्त्यर्थम. Very clear, undoubted, because we are studying every day. The sankalpas Bhagavan is giving us. So this was the second shloka. What is the third one? Therefore. Therefore, a good guidance for all of us from the direct experience of Raja Muchukunda here. One by one we will see. We saw it, I know, but just take 5 minutes to browse through. Hitasmat. Therefore, Hey Isha, O Lord, Sarvataha Ashisha Visrujya. Sarvataha means all types of, all sorts of anything. Ashisha means desires. Visrujya, I have dropped from my mind. Desiring ही छोड़ दिया मैंने. Why? I got a knowledge. What's the knowledge? Ki rajas tamas sakta guna anubandhanaha. These, any of the desires will continuously bind me to any of these three gunas, by which I continue to suffer only as a limited jiva. I cannot go beyond the three gunas to discover my oneness with my essential Atma Brahma Swarupa. Now it has clicked to him. But we are listening Shastra from such a long time. Did it click to us? If not 100%, at least in that angle have we started thinking, have we started accepting it? कि पूरा इम्प्लीमेंट करना टाइम लगता होगा, लेकिन कम से कम इतना समझता हमें कि एनी डिजायर बाइंड्स अस थ्रू त्रिगुणास टू बी जीव भाव. Therefore, if 1,000 desires I have, 10 भी छोड़ दिया because of this knowledge, तो even 10 कम हो गए desires, no? 10 bondages have gone. Slowly that way, keep on practicing. Then in his case, sarvataha, he also might have started from 1,000 desires with this knowledge. He, every desire binds me to the jiva bhava through three gunas. 10 desires he left, then 10 more, 10 more. 1,000 का 900 हुआ होगा उनका. फिर धीरे धीरे घटते हुए 900 का 100 हुआ होगा. फिर घटाते घटाते 100 के 10 हो गए. तो 100 के 10 थे, अब 10 के 1 हो गया. अब सर्वतः he has not even one desire of any sort which binds him or anyone to Triguna Atmika Samsara. So spashta here. Therefore, Visrujya, Sarvataha Ashisha. He himself is doing, not Lord is telling, बेटा तो अपने कामनाओं को छोड़ो. इनके अंदर से आ गए. There is a reason. Reason is this, कि Rajas Tamas Sattva Gunanubandhana. So all kamanas I gave up. Bhagavan gave the blank check. Generally, the blank check of Vara, we encash it for fulfill of our kamana only, fulfillment. कामना पूर्ति के लिए कोई वर देते हैं तो हम उसको यूज करते हैं. तो भगवान कृष्ण सेड कि वृणीश्व वरम राजन, एनीथिंग आई गिव यू. So he says, I have no varanam or desire of anything of the world which binds me to Jiva Bhava through three gunas. But my moon will go away. No. I am going to ask you. I will not have any kamana of the outer world. But what do I ask is this one. What is that? Vrajami, I want to enter into, in becoming one with it. That's what we saw morning in our Yoga Darshanam. Tatstha tadanjanata is called Samabhatti. It is a vritti level ki baat ho rahi thi, but that word can be used here. Vrajami means I want to enter to dissolve my individuality and discover my oneness with that ultimate. What is that? He says, Niranjanam, Nirgunam, Advayam, Param, which is you only, Tvam, Jnapti Matram, Purusham, Aham Vrajami. I just don't want to remain as a Jiva by encashing your Vara by asking for any of the desire which will bind me to three gunas. Therefore, as a jiva, I suffer only the jagra, swapna, sushupti avasthas through the क्या कहते हैं त्रिदेह तादात्म्य, the stula sukshma karana deha. I don't want that. What do you want then? Niranjanam, that which has no stain of even little of the Maya. Therefore, Nirgunam, that state of being where the gunas are transcended. Advayam, there is no other thing to frighten it or threaten. Param, that state which has nothing beyond it. And that is your own essential nature, O Lord. I want to enter it, and to put it one word, it is Jnapti Matram, pure consciousness. Aham vrajami. Jnapti matram purusham. Purusham, that which Parabrahma, Purishainat, Purnatvat, Puram Shete, and so many definitions we studied in some other place. That Purusha you, I want to enter into. So what can be, what should be, what must be the height of the intellectual understanding of Raja Muchukunda regarding Parabrahma Paramatma Jnanam, regarding the Jiva Bhava? Undoubtedly he must have, from listening to his gurus and to his contemplation, has a very crystal clear understanding that the Jiva Bhava is Bandhanam, Atma Anubhava, Brahma Anubhava is Moksham. And it is by choice. See, Yame Vaisha Brunite Tena Labhyaha. जिसने मांगा उसको ही मिला, हाँ इन्होंने ये मांगा इसलिए उनको ये मिलने वाला. Now we have learned, we have heard now, we have to contemplate, then we have to tune to Raja Muchukunda. We should also copy from him, learn from him, and we also should live life nobly, do all upasana, ask only this in Sankalpa, Bhagavan, Tvam Jnapti Matram Purusham Rajami. So say this line 6 times. Tvam Jnapti Matram Purusham Rajamyaham. 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 Tvam Jnapti Matram Purusham Rajami Aham. Can we do this chanting of this mantra every day before sleep or sometime, along with the earlier one? Aham Brahma Parandhama, Brahma Aham Paramam Padam is the identity of ourselves to be Brahman. Same thing as a prayer to the Lord. Oh Lord, Twam, who are you? Jnapti Matram and Purusham. Rajami Aham. I want to detach myself from the Jiva Dehadi Bhava and enter into my identity of you, who is pure consciousness, Purusham. Purusham, that Parabrahma who is everywhere permeating. So Jnapti Matra Chaitanyam, Purusha means Sadvastu. So Sat Chit Satyam Jnanam वाले आपके अंदर मुझे आइडेंटिटी पाना है. I don't need to want to remain as an individual. देखो माया क्या है ना, इंडिविजुअलिटी जो मैं कहता हूँ, आप भी कहते हो, which is not reality. Yet it acts as if it alone is real and makes the real reality forgotten. See the power of Maya. अहम अहम करके मैं जो अभी काम कर रहा हूँ, कामनाओं को पूर्ति के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ, उसके फल में जो आ रहा है उसका भोग कर रहा हूँ. दिस इंडिविजुअलिटी इज नॉट ए रियलिटी. It's nothing but the chitta expressing a chidavasa in the aham vritti. He has no entity of its own existence. But see the natak. And that ego doesn't want to go away. Then how can the atma anubhuti come when this ego is maintained? दोनों में एक ही रह सकते. जब तक हम अहम को जीव को पकड़ते हैं तब तक आत्मा अनुभव नहीं होएगा. He realized that. Therefore, aham rajami, like the salt doll merging in the ocean or the ice block merging in the river. Ice block is nothing but the water only of the same river, but appears to be different and floating. देखते देखते when it comes down, exposed to sunlight, पिघलते पिघलते कहाँ गया वो? What is the answer to the question where the ice block has gone? Think about it. It has gone into its own essential nature. That is water. Water is its original form, not the crystallized, solidly made ice. So to the crystallized solid ego in the upadhis, that jiva aham, this is not real reality. The real reality is निर्गुणम निरंजनम अद्वयम पुरुषम साक्षिभूतम और थी ज्ञप्ति मात्रम. That is the actual reality. Aham rajami. So in his heart, मुचुकुंदा's heart, the परम पुरुष का महिमा भी समझ में आया, जीव का सफरिंग भी समझ में आया. Therefore, he is ready to transcend that individuality, to merge in the infinitude. To achieve to this decision only, we are relentlessly studying Shastras. It's only a beginning. And how many lives we have to study and listen from the Guru, that we also come to the level of Muchukunda, both in his devotion to invoke Lord Vara in the blank check form, as well as again the Muchukunda's level of not wanting to remain as Jiva, but to enter into Brahmanubhuti. पता नहीं कब हुआ, बट करते रहो, हमको भी वो स्थिति एक दिन आएगा. देन व्हेन लॉर्ड कम्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस लाइक हिम, गिव से हमारे गुफा में, वो गुफा में बैठे सो रहे थे, हम गुफा में ध्यान करें, भगवान विल कम, hey whatever you want I ask you ask I'll give me give you ask. So भगवान डिट्टो लाइक राजा मुचुकुंदा, I want nothing, I just want to discover my real original self or identity, that is you. Okay, now comes the last shloka. It is, feelings are more in this shloka than explanations. We try to explain, we miss the feelings. But there's no other way. We are here seated only to do the explanation. मैं कर्म, मैं जाप क्या है, मैं क्यों बैठा हूँ इधर, जो श्लोक है उसका अर्थ बताना, सुनकर उससे कितना भाव, कितना ज्ञान, कितना सदुपयोग उसका होगा, दैट इज ऑल इन योर हैंड्स. So it's a good sloka. एक word iska, one word sentence. We will just see it tomorrow, where he says, in short, the feeling of this is this. Oh Lord, from how many lives I was going on wandering from pillar to the post, seeking some protecting shelter. Whichever the thing I thought of shelter, that alone was the calamity to me. That way, going from one body to the other, one relativity to the other, one loka to the other, never I found any suitable or substantial true refuge. That way, going, I don't know how many millions of lives at last until, oh Lord, ultimately, I have reached you, who are the true Sharanada. Therefore, after coming to you, I cannot afford to go anywhere. You cannot afford to send me anywhere. Therefore, Pahima, protect me by fulfilling my desire of giving me the merger of mine into you. Please remember, Raja Muchukunda, Raja Parikshita. Both we are studying. In both the common thing is, दोनों को जीव भाव को छोड़कर ब्रह्म में मर्ज करना है. That is why Bhagavan is making us study these two topics together continuously. Though the shlokas are few, but the discussion we are doing at length. Till it happens in our heart. That's the krupa of Bhagavan and Guru. Wonderful it is. So this is a great shloka. After hearing this, Sri Krishna Bhagavan also congratulates and blesses him. That's again tasty portion. We will see. Then we can also see in the next chapter, this Raja Muchukunda goes into the world, sees the entire thing has changed. Then he goes to Gandhamadana Parvata or to different Badrikashram somewhere. He meditates there, then merges in Paramatma. ऐसा स्टोरी है, कल देखेंगे. सर्वम श्री कृष्णार्पणम. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदम पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमो तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. ओम भूर्भुवस्वरेण्यं भर्गो प्राणाय पानाय. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन्मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्ण भव्य मंगलम वेणुगान लोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्य मंगलम भक्त जनाधार कृष्ण परमदया मुक्ति संदाय कृष्ण मूर्ति मंगलम गीता कृष्ण परमयोगी पार्थसारथी रूप कृष्ण सर्वणम तव सर्वमंगलम सद्गुरु तटस्थ सूर्यवतारकम नारायण. और श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। श्री कृष्ण सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय।